Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at betsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I make the rules. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, sucker, why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play. Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about the pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. There's no way you can shake me. I am your debt, and you know you can't pay me. I am your pain, and I know you can't take me. Play the game, you're gonna be the same. You're gonna change your name, you're gonna die in flames. Time to play the game. 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 Time to play the game.
89.5 WSKB.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Aquaman, and those 3 junior super friends, Wendy, Marvin, and Wonder Dog. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
All right. Hey, that was the theme from the 70s, the Super Friends.
Did Ted Knight do that voiceover?
Yes, he did.
Okay, that's what I
That was
thought.
Ted Knight. And matter of fact, that's going to be your teaser. We're going to be talking about Ted Knight in just a few minutes, which is why I chose that.
Okay.
And
It was like that voice. It's like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
he used to narrate the whole show, I think. He did all the voiceovers for that show.
Yes, he did. I also, when I was researching that, I'll talk about Ted Knight in a little bit.
Okay.
So I ended up, man, I just got here, and I'm here.
You got
usually.
the penalty song.
Oh my God, yeah, and that'll be edited out, by the way.
No, it won't.
No, WWE won't get all over that.
No, Motorhead has got an agreement.
Nice. So
That's when I usually run when Bob is late, because Bob is usually the only host that's truly late.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a reason today. I actually was running.
Your fan club?
Yes, I was running super early. And so I get to the Pride Station, and the group that I affectionately refer to as the Breakfast Club was congregated there. So I had Ray and Diane and Harold from Red Stowing was there. And your buddy Rick came in. Excuse me, the retired officer from Westfield.
Oh, Ricky Mack.
Yes. And so we're sitting around, and we got into politics.
Because of the debate last night?
No, because Diane brought it up. And the only one that didn't get involved in it was Ray, her husband. I swear he took the hearing aid out, put it in his pocket, and was like totally doing his impersonation. Yeah, he was doing the Ray Charles thing. Yeah, so Diane was expressing her political views, and fortunately, we all, everybody else there, agreed, and it was contrary to Diane. And her entire opinion was based on the propaganda that the mass mainstream media is feeding people. And
if that's all you watch, that's what you're going to believe.
Exactly. So we were trying to, show
Educate her?
Nah, I don't like to say that word because that means that she's ignorant, and she's not.
No. Educating somebody doesn't mean you're ignorant. Just means you don't have the whole story.
Well, then in that case, yes.
Because the mainstream media has been famous for only giving part of the story.
Yeah,
so they can say
what spins their narrative.
They can say on a fact check that they're true, but they're only partially true.
Yeah. So we were having a very I don't want to say heated because again that's not the right word. Spirited. Thank you. We were having a very spirited conversation, and Rick was sitting next to me, and I say, Rick, what time you got? Because I left my phone in the car. Oops. And he goes, it's 5:50. Oh no! and of course there's a line at the register, so I got to pay for my coffee and everything. So I had to wait on that, and I had to get lottery tickets. And so I'm
priorities.
I'm laughing because what I wanted to do was yell back over to Rick across the store, say, "Hey Rick, can you set me up with a police escort to get me to the station on time?" But
what would have been funny is if you called in on the phone from Pride.
I couldn't have done that.
We just would have moved back to all the segments to the other thing.
I got here at 6:04, so the music was still playing. Pete gave me the penalty song, as he calls it, and so we're in
one of
good
these
shape.
days. You should coerce Kenny into doing a Fox and Friends style thing from the Pride gas station.
Okay,
you know how they do the diner thing?
You know what? That might not be a bad idea. If I could make it where. Like they knew about it ahead of time because
you'd have to get clearance from the Pride stores.
Exactly, and them. I wouldn't want to drop this on them. And
if they're listening, let me know.
Yeah, I will. I'll talk to them next week. Anyway,
that would be freaking hilarious.
It would be awesome. So you're tuned in to Bobby G and Company. I am Bobby Goth, and I am here with my good friend, actually good friends, plural.
We call it Grub and Golf segment.
And okay.
Wow,
you gonna let
Grub
you
and
Grub?
Golf.
You're Grub? I got Grub sitting next to me.
No, him out there. No, him out there. Grub, food, and golf.
Oh, now I get you. I thought you were talking about Lynn like that.
No.
Wow.
I was going to say, damn, that's like calling me Beauty and her the Beast. Which actually isn't too far removed from the truth.
Other way around.
So, Mrs. Lynn O'Brien, good morning to you, sunshine.
Good morning.
Pete, I called Lynn when I was leaving. I was just getting up back.
I told her not to answer the phone.
She picks up. She goes, "Tell me you're not still in bed." And I'm like, "No, I'm not in bed. I am doing Warp 8, and I am on my way here."
She told me when she passed by, she saw your car in there.
Oh, did she really?
He's probably just talking to the people.
Did you saw me? You saw the
in
car
there.
right there?
Yeah, I knew you were there.
Yep.
And I'm like, his car probably didn't start.
No, my car's fine, but it's just that spirited conversation. I'll tell you, and it's fun because I love getting into a topic like that that's so opinionated that, everybody gets almost heated about it. Mm-hmm. And Diane was funny. She was like, we were all pushing her buttons, and she was just, it was great. And then I'm laughing because I'm telling Harold, the driver from Reds, I'm like, you know what's going to happen? I said, she's going to go home with Ray, and Ray's going to hear about this the rest of the day. And then he's laughing. He's cracking up about that as he was leaving. But, yeah, exactly. So the gift that keeps on giving. All right. So today is December 7th.
Yay.
Oh, my goodness.
18 days till Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, what'd you get me? All right, never mind. We'll
This
cut it.
beautiful
I'm pretty sure it came from Bookends. In Enfield. All right, the other person joining me today, my other good friend, Mr. Peter Coles. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
And this is the first time in the history of this station that you're here before me.
That's true.
I am always.
And I was sitting there going, man, I'm the line in. There was a line in Duncan this morning. Usually there's not. I hit a couple of red lights.
Man.
I know.
Usually-
I got the farthest to drive, and I was here for it.
I needed to get something to eat this morning because it was. I didn't eat yesterday because yesterday I felt like crap. I had like a stomach bug going on, and then this morning I woke up.
Yeah,
I
it was
felt
good
great.
this week.
I had it Monday. Oh,
I felt great. Yesterday I was fighting nausea and stuff. I went home sick for the second half of the day yesterday.
Wow.
And
feeling better now?
I slept all afternoon. I had something to eat last night, and I was like, all right, I can tolerate this.
Yep.
And then I slept the rest of the night. I slept like 12 hours yesterday, easy.
Wow.
I fell asleep on the couch.
I literally, last night, I got an hour and a half sleep because I had to get up yesterday morning because I wanted to do something, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then last night, I got 2.5 hours sleep.
again?
Well, it's the show.
Oh,
Day of the show.
Like
I never
rock
sleep.
star
I never get
Friday.
enough sleep for
I felt
before
accomplished when I woke up yesterday. I fixed 2 zippers on sweaters.
Did you?
Sweatshirts that I have.
Wow.
That was what you accomplished yesterday?
That would say that's a lot.
Well, that and laundry, well, when you can fix a zipper and you don't have to throw something away, that's wonderful.
I just take it.
Because
and
my
have one put
sweatshirts.
in.
Well, no, this was easy because I just had only thing that popped off was the zipper, the actual clasp thingy.
Okay.
So I was able to still operate the zipper, but I bought a zipper repair kit.
Oh.
And I was able to put a new slider on it.
So referring to young Frankenstein, oh, you little zipperhead, you. Right. Okay, so listen, Bobby G Company.
I love that movie.
The 7th of December, we're going to do all kinds of shenanigans today. And I actually have a very special birthday today that I'll be talking about in an upcoming segment. But let's start off, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's jump into 46 seconds of your life you're going to wish you had back.
That's for sure.
What?
It's going to take longer for the intro than for the segment.
Hugh Morris. What? Hugh Morris. What? Is that funny? Is that humorous?
It's hilarious.
What? 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 Get out of here. What? 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 What?
What?
What?
What?
What? What? Cut that crap out. What? What? I hate that word. What?
You ain't the only one.
Thank you. Yes, I have the chorus going in the background.
Oh my God.
Oh my Bob, she loves it.
There you go. Hey, don't get no better than that. All right, so I got 5 national what days for you. Actually, one of them's
man.
even international. All right, today, National Smile Day.
Oh my.
See that? It's coming
like
from the
that.
heavens. It's from the heavens. And again, we got one of those pesky states coming involved this week. National Illinois Day.
Oh my.
There you go. And Pete, this is one that's that could be applied to Westfield Tech. Today is International Civil Aviation Day.
Oh my.
Look at that. Oh, man. Thank God I only have 5 of them. All right, this one here you guys can really sink your teeth into, literally and figuratively. Today is National Cotton Candy Day.
Oh, my Bob!
Look at that.
And one more.
Pete's got, oh, man, he's having way too much fun. And actually, this one's more somber, so I don't know if we want to use that. Today is National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day.
Oh.
So with that in mind, those are your national what days for today, the 7th of December. Okay, you hit me with a bob now.
Oh, my Bob!
All right, there we go. So today in history, we got some stuff going on, but first, Connie Talbot.
Yesterday, oh, my troubles seem so far.
Got here so late, I didn't even have time to make studio coffee yet.
I know.
Now it looks as though
It's on. Just gotta make it.
Just got to make it.
Just gotta make it.
You know what's funny, Pete? You got to watch Lynn when she turns on the coffee maker. It's really kind of amusing. She fills it with water and then she stands next to it, caressing it. Oh, you're so pretty.
Oh, stop.
That's how she turns it on. All right. So today, your historical events on the 7th of December. I got to tell you, Mrs. Lynn O'Brien was definitely involved in most, if not all of these, especially in the ones before 1940.
Hey.
In 1787.
No.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you were there. Delaware becomes the first state to ratify the United States Constitution. Okay. 1842, the New York Philharmonic was founded today. I think everybody has heard of them. 1869, American outlaw Jesse James commits his first confirmed bank robbery in Gallatin, Missouri. The year was 1917. World War I. The United States declares war on Austria-Hungary. Then we go to 1930. And this one's kind of pretty cool, I think, and it set the stage forever. W1XAV in Boston, Massachusetts, telecasts video from the CBS radio orchestra program, The Fox Trappers. The telecast also includes the first television commercial in the United States, and that was an advertisement for I.J. Fox Furriers that sponsored the radio show. So they were the very first television commercial, and now you watch commercials with a filtering of television program.
I.J. Fox, is that like G Fox, the predecessor of G Fox?
No, it just said the Fox Trappers. That was the name of the radio orchestra program.
Oh, okay.
And the station was W1XAV, and it was out of Boston. All right, and we go to, and this one's a little lengthy, so you're going to have to work with me on this one. 1941, I think you all know where I'm going. World War II, which technically hadn't started for the United States yet. The attack on Pearl Harbor. The Imperial Japanese Navy carries out a surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet and its defending Army and Marine forces at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This attack directly led to the United States' entry into World War II. The attack was intended as a preventative action in order to keep the U.S. Pacific Fleet from interfering with military actions that the Empire of Japan was planning on in southern Asia against overseas territories of the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and the United States. There were simultaneous Japanese attacks on U.S.-held Philippines and on the British Empire in Malaya, Singapore, and Hong Kong. The attack on Pearl Harbor commenced at 7:48 a.m. Hawaiian time and was conducted by 353 Japanese fighter planes, bombers, and torpedo planes. All 8 U.S. Navy battleships were damaged, with 4 being sunk. All but one, the USS Arizona, were later raised, with 6 of them returning into U.S. service during the war. In all, the attack sunk 44 battleships and either sank or damaged 3 cruisers, 3 destroyers, an anti-aircraft training ship, and 1 mine layer. 188 U.S. aircraft were destroyed, 2,403 Americans were killed, and 1,178 others were wounded.
Jesus.
So we're going to be talking about that a little bit, in a little bit. Then we're going to fast forward past that. 1946, A fire in the Wynkoff Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, kills 119 people. This is, to date, the deadliest fire in U.S. history. 1963. And Pete, I thought of you for some reason with this. 1963, Instant Replay makes its debut during an American Army-Navy football game. I mean, we kind of we think of that today as it's just something that they do.
The technology's come a long way.
63 was when it was first appeared. 1972, Apollo 17, the last American moon mission is launched. The crew takes the photograph known as, the blue marble as they leave the Earth.
Yep.
1982, in Texas, Charles Brooks Jr. becomes the first person to be executed by lethal injection in the United States. They force-fed him Lynn's cooking. All right, 1995, the Galileo spacecraft arrives at Jupiter a little more than 6 years after it was launched by Space Shuttle Atlantis during mission STS-34. So the Space Shuttle actually brought it up and launched it from orbit, so they didn't even have to use a rocket for it.
Right. All they did was use a kick stage.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. 1999, A&M Records, and I remember this. I was not happy. A&M Records Incorporated versus Napster Incorporated. The Recording Industry Association of America sues the peer-to-peer file sharing service Napster, alleging copyright infringement. You know, it's funny, and I'm not done with the segment yet, but for me, and everybody always said, or I heard reported, that people were stealing the music and then they weren't buying the albums. I was using Napster, but I used it, and then I bought the album if I liked what I heard. So for me, I was using it more like a tasting than
That's what they do with
owner.
Spotify nowadays.
So anyway, so that's that, Napster, the good old days. And then I believe the last one I have for you, 2017, the Marriage Amendment Bill to recognize same-sex marriage passes in Australia. However, they did prohibit divorce. They figured if you wanted it, you're going to live with it. Evil. Okay, and that's your Today in History.
Happy birthday to you.
It's tough to be you, isn't it?
I know.
Happy
It really is.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Love you guys.
Kay and Kel from Wildfire. Love you guys, too. All right, it's 6:21 in the A of M, and your celebrity births today. Again, December 7th. We go all the way back to the year 521. This is somebody who was a very close personal friend of Lynn O'Brien's. St. Columba. It was a toss-up between St. Lynn and St. Columba, but Columba won out by 3 votes. All right.
Keep it up,
Passed
mister.
away in 597. The Irish Christian missionary to Scotland. He was a monk and a saint. Probably best remembered by his encounter with the Loch Ness Monster. He was actually the first documented witness to the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, right.
You know, he was. He was.
Okay.
That's Nessie lore. And so he commanded the beast to return, because what happened was they were coming up to the River Ness. One of his guys had to swim across to get a boat. While he was swimming across, the lake started to erupt, and the monsters, again, according to lore, came out breached and was about to attack him, and he drew the sign of the cross in the air and commanded the creature to return to its depths. And it left the man alone. And he swam across, got the rowboat, came across, got St. Columba, brought him across the water.
And you're buying that.
I'm telling you what Nessie lore is. You were there. You
But
tell
do
me.
you believe it?
I'm telling you what history has recorded.
But do you believe it?
It doesn't matter if I believe it.
Well, sure it does. It's your opinion.
No, my opinions, you know what opinions are like. All right. Then we're going to fast forward quite a bit. And I don't know if I necessarily, but the fact that there's a religious undertone to it, kind of sacrilegious if you say you don't believe it outright. All right. The year is 1863, you sinner. All right. Richard Warren Sears was born today, passed away in 1914. American businessman. He co-founded Sears and Roebuck. Obviously, Roebuck was the other guy.
I miss Sears. I used to love that store.
They used to be good back in the day.
Yeah.
Then it
I miss Eastfield Mall. It's now a rubble heap.
Yeah. Then it became a junk store, pretty much, overpriced, but is what it is. And then here we go with the reason for the Super Friends theme today. 1923, Mr. Ted Knight was born today. Passed away in 1986. I didn't realize he'd been gone that long.
Yep.
American actor. He did a lot of voiceover stuff. He was the voice of Super Friends. I did not know this. I actually learned this when I was researching this segment.
Principal in Caddyshack?
No, that's obvious. It's a judge, not principal.
Principal character.
I know what you meant.
In Star Trek, the animated series, there was one episode called The Survivor, which it's an alien that can shapeshift. And so if you're familiar with the series, you'll know what I'm talking about. Ted Knight actually voiced that character. I did not know he had anything to do with Star Trek at all.
He was in demand for voiceovers back then.
Yep, so there you go.
Wasn't he on a game show, too?
No, he's probably
Didn't
on
he
all
do
of them, yeah.
Game show for a while?
Not as a host.
Laughing or
I don't
one
think
of
as a
those?
host, but anyway. All right, 1942. And we had Mr. Harry Chapin was born today, passed away in 1981.
Oh, I like
American singer and songwriter, most famous for Cats in the Cradle. Good tune. I remember that when I was a kid. I remember that. But anyway, 1947 gave us Mr. Johnny Bench, American baseball player and sportscaster. 1956, staying in the world of sports, Mr. Larry Bird was born, American basketball player and coach. And 1958 gave us ravishing Rick Rude, the American professional wrestler, passed away in 1999. Pete, I did not know this. That was his real name.
Who?
Rick Rude.
Oh, yeah.
The spelling was different. His last name was R-O-O-D, but his real name was Rick Rude.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I always thought that was made up. I mean, that's a perfect wrestler's name, if you ask me. 1966 gave us C. Thomas Howell, American actor, director, producer, and screenwriter. I remember him most from Red Dawn, the original. He was in that. He was one of the kids, one of the high school students. And I was in high school when that came out, and I thought that was a great movie. I got two of them. The next two, or the last two, are both wrestling. So you tell me, Pete, if you can get them.
Okay.
1972, Tammy Lynn Sitch was born today, the American professional wrestler and manager. I actually met her, and I'll tell you, she was awesome. I really liked talking to her, and she was beautiful to look at. But then she got hooked up in drugs, and now she's just a loser. Any idea who she is?
I can't. I know who it is, and I can't remember the name.
The name was Sunny.
Yep.
Back in the day. 1985, and this is also another wrestler. I'm going to give you his real name. You tell me one of his aliases. Jonathan David Good, American professional wrestler. Any idea who he could be? You got two names that you could give me. That would work. Either one of them would be acceptable. And it's
don't know.
It's not CM Punk, although
No.
I did see.
His name is Phil.
Yes. It's Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay.
Or John Moxley, either one that he goes by. Jonathan David Good. And he's married to, your stage name was Renee Young. I don't know. It's got to be Renee Good now, but
yeah,
that's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your celebrity births. And we got some Undertaker, kind of ironically following the wrestling births. We got some Undertaker, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 celebrity deaths for you today.
I still can't find a game show.
Can't find a game show?
For Ted Knight.
No, he wasn't a host of a game show. He may have been a guest on.
Well, yeah, there was one that he was a guest on it for like a long time.
You're thinking of Paul Lynn with
Yeah, you're thinking of Paul Lynn of Hollywood Squares.
I don't know.
Just go with it. We're going to call it Paul Lynn. All right. Hey, before I get into the celebrity deaths, I do want to give one more shout out for a birth today. December 7th, 1984, we saw the birth of Jocelyn Paulin. Yes, my youngest stepdaughter was born today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jody. All right, so your celebrity deaths today. We got, and again, Lynn was so beside herself with grief on this one.
Oh, please.
43 BC. We lost Cicero. He was born in 106 BC. He was the Roman politician and author. Yeah.
We're such good
You guys
friends.
were so close.
Oh.
Yeah, I know it. All right. 1672, we lost Richard Bellingham, who was born in 1592, the English-American lawyer and politician. He was the 8th governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. There you go. See, you learned something new today.
Bellingham, Massachusetts, named after him.
Is it really? Well, I didn't even know we had a Bellingham, Massachusetts.
We do.
All right. 1989, another wrestling individual who I can honestly say I don't believe I ever saw him wrestle. William Haystacks Calhoun passed away today, born in 1934, the American professional wrestler and actor. However, I couldn't tell you what he acted in. But 1989 for him. This one here, I honestly didn't realize that he had passed away. I guess I knew he must have, but I didn't know for sure. The year was 2011. We lost Mr. Harry Morgan, who was born in 1915, the American actor and director. Colonel Sherman Potter in NASH.
Yep.
Love that show, and he was an awesome character for it and great actor. Then the last one I have for you is from the world of music. The year was 2016. Mr. Greg Lake passed away, born in 1947, English musician
ELP
from Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. So that's your celebrity births, deaths, and today in history, and we even squeezed in a national 46 seconds of your life that you regret having here.
Oh,
but
yeah.
So with that in mind, we're going to jump into our
I
first.
forgot to put on the red light.
Oh, that's perfect. So with that in mind, we're going to go all about the red light. Your first song today is from The Police. This one actually goes out to my daughter, Jody. Happy birthday, honey. The Police. Roxanne!
What? You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right. Roxanne.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, welcome back. 6:34 in the AM. We just finished the police with Roxanne.
By the way, just some housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping? The Tower has given you clearance for the 21st at a 4-hour show.
The Tower?
Yeah. Airplane terms. You've gotten clearance for a 4-hour show.
Yeah, I know.
Rob, catch up.
Yeah, Zep already emailed me back. And unfortunately, the kids will not be able to attend.
I saw that.
So, yeah, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, there was an email.
I was looking forward to that. But, yeah, okay. But if you would, send out a station-wide email inviting everybody and encouraging them to come in. So I'd love to have as many of us as we can.
And they have to bring snacks
when
they come.
No, they have to bring me a gift.
We can arrange for something from culinary beforehand.
That's cool. I will leave that, and you're very capable.
Like a pastries tray.
You're very capable.
I think I did that last time.
No, we didn't.
No,
we've never had anything like that. You always save that stuff for somebody else. Hey, you know what? You talk about a small world. My photog for Ag1 Media is Michael Buster McMahon's father-in-law.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Great guy, Casey. Great guy. He's actually going to be coming in on the 21st. I invited him to stop in and say hello.
I didn't know he was Buster's dad.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Yeah, it's his father-in-law.
Oh.
And so great guy. I worked with him a lot this weekend. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. So I got to tell you, and I know I've shared this story before on the air, but it's going to be new to some of you. As I mentioned just a few moments ago, it's today's Jody, my youngest stepdaughter's birthday. And one of her favorite songs is Roxanne from the Police. But it's not because she loves the song. As stupid as that sounds, you got to follow me here for a minute. If you remember back in the day, there was a movie called 48 Hours that had Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte in it.
Yep.
There is a scene in that movie where Nick Nolte is going to the prison to meet Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's in his cell with a Walkman on, and he is singing Roxanne.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's in there going, Roxanne! And he's just going on and on with it. So I don't even know why I started doing this, but I started imitating Eddie Murphy at home. I would actually sing the whole thing the way that Eddie Murphy sang it in the jail cell. And Jody thought that was the best thing going. She thought I was actually imitating Sting, when in fact I was not. I was imitating Eddie Murphy imitating Sting. And she had never seen 48 Hours. And it was, she must have been in her late 20s when she saw 48 Hours for the first time. And you could see the light bulb go on above her head when that scene came up. And she just looked at me. She goes, "That's where you got that from." And I'm like, yeah. So it's not really the song that she loves. It's my rendition of it that always cracked her up. No matter what kind of mood she was in, she was always happy with that. And then the other thing that I would do, and I would tease her so much with it. If you remember back in the day, I don't even remember what restaurant it was, but there was a restaurant that had spare ribs. And their logo or their theme was, "I want my baby back ribs." And I would do that, just that. And she would start cracking up, and oh my God, you got to do it. And I would be like, "You want to hear the rib song?" She would, yeah. Nope.
Yeah, it was part of a commercial for a restaurant. You're right.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Like Applebee's or one of those
something like
franchises. That. But so that's the story behind Roxanne and all that stuff. So let's jump into some Frankie Sinatra because we got some coffee music to take care of. That's the weather report.
Yeah, I know. I was reading it.
Okay.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans
I put it in Braille for you.
So they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
Roxanne!
Stop it.
Give me my baby.
Oh, my God. I'm going to kill him this morning.
Please? All right, so Frankie's, your coffee song. That means it's time for your current facts of the week, brought to you by the Bobby G and Company Show. And we got 18 convenient locations, one near you.
Oh, God.
And, is this one next to me is very fond of saying, just take your boss out and back and, there you go.
Beat the crap out of them.
Done.
Keurigs are so cheap nowadays.
I'm just saying.
Come on.
And if you're self-employed, well, okay, yeah, whatever. But so anyway, so I'm going to give you 3 random facts that Mr. Peter Coles will be probably using on Pub Trivia Night when he eventually gets off his lazy butt and starts doing it again. All right. And I did not know this. Pete, I'm going to throw this one at you because you have a lot of trivial knowledge. Do you know what the dot over the letter I is called?
The dot over the letter I?
Yes.
Dot.
There's actually a name for that.
I know what the other one's called. I don't know what the dot's called. The other one's called a tilde.
Okay, well, you're close. The dot is called the tittle.
Why would you give a name to that?
Titillating. It's a tit-bit nipply in here.
Because the squiggly one's called the tilde.
Okay.
Why?
The Legends of Tilda. All right, so anyway, and here's one, and this one applies to Jody. Left-handed people cannot write Mandarin Chinese. Hey, I don't know.
Okay.
That's what it said.
We were supposed to guess the answers to this.
No. This is correct facts.
This isn't the other thing.
All
right. And I got one. I didn't look this up, so I don't know what the hell this is. What is a basilisk? Basilisk.
It's a snake.
It's a snake? Okay, I'll buy that. Did you know that? I don't think it's a snake, but they can run on water. So I'm assuming maybe a lizard.
A water snake.
A water snake?
Yeah.
They run?
Yeah, the water snakes
They have legs?
Slither across the
that's
water.
slither.
How do you
Basilisk. Lynn's looking that up. But those are your current facts of the week. Brought to you by
L-I or L-Y?
Basilisk.
A-L-I.
Here, read. Oh, my God.
Duncan doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee. An awful lot of coffee. Man, they got a gang of coffee in Brazil.
Hey, my mic is back on. Why was my mic shut off? I
wanted the big finish.
Well, okay, we got a big finish coming, and this is the titillating version of. All right, so what's that basilisk?
It is a snake.
It is a snake.
It is a snake. It's a poisoned, fanged serpent, unlike other snakes.
I think it's called the water moccasin.
No, not according to this, it's not.
Okay, well.
It is a snake. And if it bites you, it causes
holes in your skin.
Paralysis.
Oh, paralysis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So that brings us into Horny Baby, which may also paralyze you from the waist down.
It could.
Or from the neck up. From the neck up, more likely.
Okay, more goodies for this
All right.
weekend.
What do you got?
Yay. All right, Friday, you have Santa's Train at Look Park, and that's at 4 o'clock. Storeton Tavern in West Springfield is having a Christmas Carolers event at 6:30.
Okay.
Devo is going to be at Foxwoods at 8 o'clock. Okay, guys. The Lost 45s are going to be at Joanna's at 6:30.
All right.
Acoustic Thunder at Southwick Inn at 8 o'clock. Oh, boy.
That was Thunder.
Cobblestone Road is going to be at 7B's at 8.
I got nothing for that one.
Now Saturday. Tons of stuff. Tons and tons of stuff
Tons
for
of
Saturday.
stuff. You're not going to make it all, but do some.
I only picked the ones I liked. So,
of course.
Whiskey Travelers is going to be at the Great Awakening, 5 o'clock.
Right.
Earth, which is a Black Sabbath tribute band, is going to be at Broadbrook Opera House at 8 o'clock.
My friends at Broadbrook.
You do need to get those tickets ahead of time because they're expecting it to sell out. General Gist, my buddies, General Gist is going to be at the Still at 8. Aquanet is at Captain Jimmy's again at 8:30. Sippin' Shop is at Skyline Beer Company. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
Max Tones at the 7 Sports Bar, 8 o'clock. And Kitty and the Beard is going to be at Skyline at 6 p.m.
Kitty and the Beard is back. They've been away for a while.
I haven't seen anything for them.
Bad Little Kitty's coming back, too.
Little Kitty?
Bad Little Kitty.
Oh, Bad Little Kitty.
No, Kitty Does Country's coming back. I think.
Goody.
With like elements of like Max Tone and a couple different bands.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Kitty Does Dallas.
Oh, my God. All right, Sunday I just have 4. Completely Unchained is going to be at Four Seasons by the Lake at 3 p.m. And at 2:30 at Chicopee Moose Lodge, they're having their quarter action to promote their auxiliary. So,
quarter auction? Yeah.
Yep, quarter auction on Sunday. Those are fun if you've never been to one. I went to a couple of them, and they're a blast. Really good time. You can win some pretty awesome prizes.
Hey, there you go. Bachelor of the Year, even. You know, they may raffle you off. Who knows? All right. So let's jump into some. What do we got? Look at what's on next. Dark Shadows. By keeping you awake?
I slept too much.
Slept too much?
I went to bed at 9:30.
Wow.
Again.
All right, so Dark Shadows. This week on Dark Shadows, I thought that I would give Pete one more week off with my disclaimer. While I do have two topics to discuss here, neither should get me in hot water. First, recently a couple from Quincy, Massachusetts emailed me with a photograph that they took in a campground right here in Southwick. The photo was of a birch tree at their campsite and was taken at night. When viewed in a cursory manner, that's when you swear at it, there appears to be several figures and faces on it, one even appearing to be Native American. They asked me to evaluate it and give my opinion based upon my experience within this field. I actually downloaded a new photo program in an effort to analyze the picture. After spending 2 days playing with the software, I decided that, in my opinion, this was a perfect example of matrixing. This is a natural phenomena where the human brain attempts to make sense out of random chaos. This is why we could see images in the clouds, for example. The faces, including the Indian, were simply branches of a tree or bushes in the background with a familiar shape to them. Because the Indian face is slightly different color, it stands out in the photograph and naturally draws your eye to it. In the end, this wasn't what they were hoping for from me, but as I told them, they asked for an honest opinion and evaluation. I was just sorry that I couldn't give them something more substantial, but I always subscribe to the adage, when in doubt, throw it out.
That's true, he does.
Now, on to the second part of Dark Shadows today. Today is the anniversary of the day of the Japanese Navy attack, when the Japanese Navy attacked Pearl Harbor. This event was the catalyst that brought the United States into World War II, making it a true world war. This attack was intended to cripple our Pacific forces and demoralize our nation. Neither of these objectives happened that day. If anything, just the opposite was accomplished. America came into war with a fire lit under their asses and were demanding retaliation and retribution. Someone must pay for these American deaths. Now, we all know that Japan paid a very heavy price in the end, and there are some that feel that the price was too high and out of proportion for the initial attack. Yes, these people are today's left-wing nuts that simply, like me, did not live through those difficult times. While 9/11 was this generation's call to arms, Pearl Harbor was theirs. With over 3,500 Americans either killed or wounded, I personally believe that the eventual response was justified. Remember that Japan could have surrendered after the first atomic bomb was dropped, but didn't. It took an unfortunate second bombing to convince them to do so. With the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor and the casualties incurred, I would like to offer a moment of silence as we play taps for those Americans that were so greatly affected today, so many years ago. And that, folks, is my view from the love seat for this week. All right. So let's jump into, as emotional as that is for, I think, everybody, even if you didn't live through it, let's jump into the best song on the radio, any station, any show, anywhere. This will liven things back up again. All right, Baby Elephant Walk. And this was originally by Henry Mancini. I didn't know that.
I did.
And it kind of, today's question kind of goes with baby elephants. Lynn, I'm going to give you this one close, the first one, okay? Which of these is most closely related to a peanut? That's the elephant's favorite fruit, peanuts.
I did not expect that.
I didn't think so. All right. So I'm going to give you 4 guesses.
All right.
One of them's right. One of these times I'm going to just not give you the right answer.
What was the question again?
Which of these is most closely related to the peanut?
Okay.
A, pistachio. B, the green bean. C, the pecan. Or D, the walnut.
Oh, boy.
Which is most closely related to the peanut? I thought you might be. That's why I was giving this to Lynn first. Because I actually did know this one, too. Pistachio, green bean, pecan, or walnut?
Walnut.
You're going to go walnut? Pete, what's your guess?
It's the green bean.
Yes, it is. B, the green bean. Peanuts are a kind of legume, like beans and peas. Peanuts start to grow, and a lot like beans. What? Peanuts start to grow a lot like beans, but then get all weird. The fruit ripens only underground. So the peanut blossom dives into the earth where peanuts grow under the soil. Nearly half of the peanuts grown in the United States are made into peanut butter. And more than 90% of kids in the United States will have 2 peanut butter sandwiches this week. Unless they're the children of left-wing nuts that are allergic to peanuts. Then they have, what's that crap, the brown stuff?
Almond butter, Nutella?
Nutella!
Oh, Nutella's good.
No. It's
yes.
crap in a can. All right. So that was your Bobby's Thinking Outside of the Box. They batted 500. Pete got it right. Ooh. All right, here's our first weather report at 6:53 in the AM.
Cripe sakes.
What? You got a schedule in front of you?
I know, but I've been trying to play catch up all morning.
Oh. Here we go. Looking for the helicopter.
She's still at her base.
I hear her coming. Somehow it sounds different.
Joining us once again this week for
there
the
it is.
Bobby G Company show, Sky One Weather Chopper, my wife and our chief meteorologist, Hope Goff. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, guys.
She's running late.
Good morning.
Awesome job last Sunday with your breakfast with Santa at the tank, Lynn. All of the kids had an incredible time. Well, today we'll see cloudy skies all day with a high of 39. Tonight will become partly cloudy with a low of 23.
You know, cloudy skies aren't bad as long as there's no precipitation coming with it.
I couldn't agree more. Our sunrise was at 7:05 this morning, and our sunset will be at 4:18 this evening.
I'm sure that there are more Santa events happening around the area this weekend. Will the weather cooperate?
Friday will have intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high of 43. Friday evening will start off as partly cloudy with additional clouds coming in overnight and a low of 28. Saturday will again have cloudy skies with a high of 49. Saturday evening will stay mainly cloudy with a low of 38. Sunday, here comes the rain, with rain showers in the morning becoming a more steady rain in the afternoon, but with a high of 58 degrees. Sunday evening will stay rainy with the potential for heavy rainfall as 1 to 2 inches are expected in our area and a low of 42.
All right, so the rain will wait until Sunday before cutting loose. Hey, it could be a lot worse. It could be snow, so I'm not going to complain. Well, I know that you need to get ready for your day after you bring Sky One back to her secret base, so have a nice day, and I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Have an awesome show, guys. This is the Chief Meteorologist for the Bobby G & Company show, Hope Goff, signing off until next time, reminding you as always to try to take a moment to enjoy the weather. I'd also like to wish our daughter Jody a very happy birthday today. Have a safe weekend.
All right, currently a chilly 24 degrees out there. On the sky cams, you can see the sun is starting to work its way up. So look forward to that today. Nice day, just cloudy, but I'll take it. And so we're going to jump from the skies with Sky One to that sinking feeling of the co-host choice.
You're so
Are you ready? One extreme to the other.
You love every song I choose, and you
tell
know
you,
it.
oh
you
my
knew
God.
It. Admit it.
So I'm laughing.
Admit it.
I'm laughing. You picked this song, and it's a good song.
Yes, it is.
It's a good song. I will give you credit. This is like the broken watch theory. You were right this week. However,
I love the
when Hope had asked me, she goes, "Well, what did Lynn pick this week?" I told her the song, and she goes, "I just played that a couple of weeks ago." I said, "Yeah, I know, but Lynn doesn't listen to the radio even when she's on it." So we were laughing that you didn't know that she just played this song, but I still gave it to you.
I don't remember
because
her playing
I know,
Collins.
but you don't remember her.
I thought that was a while ago.
No, it was a month ago, less than a month ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you check?
Of course, I checked. I've got
Check it twice?
I got a playlist that's got your name on it for naughty, and you gave me crap on Sunday about being naughty. That was the worst part.
You are naughty.
You were
I am.
bad.
That was bad.
He's always
So we're going to
bad.
talk more about Christmas with Santa, breakfast with Santa, and stuff like that in just a bit. But on the co-host choice, what'd you run with?
I love Phil Collins, and I haven't thought about his music in a long time. So when I had to think about a song for this week, he happened to pop up on my phone. And I thought, there you go, it's a sign. So this is one of my favorites. It's very soothing and just, I don't know, kind of puts you in a good place.
Phil Collins is a very unique talent.
Yeah, it's a shame that he's suffering right now and
Yeah.
isn't doing music anymore, which is just so awful.
But even at that, getting away from that, the legacy that he's created for himself is
yeah.
He's eternal.
Yeah, all his music
And,
is. I can't think of one bad song that he's ever done.
And I always think when I think of him, he's got a symbiotic relationship from me with Miami Vice.
Yeah,
he did a lot of music for that series.
He
back
did.
in
You're
the
right.
80s.
Yep.
And so you went with Phil Collins. What'd you
I
go
went
with
with
for a
Phil
song?
Collins, "In the Air Tonight."
All right. So Bobby G and Company, we got the co-host choice coming at you. Awesome tune this week. Phil Collins, "In the Air Tonight." We'll be right back.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, Bobby G Company, Phil Collins in the air tonight. Now, you may not know this, Lynn, but back in the day, I had a really souped-up Camaro that I had really wide tires on with the custom mags and all that.
Tell me about that.
And I used to put a fixed arm on the front of it from the door, aiming in, and I would put my GoPro aiming at my front tires as I would drive really fast down Route 20 playing this song.
Why?
Because it was like Miami Vice. That's what they used to use this song.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Crockett's car would always be driving real fast down the street. And
the camera was on his wheels?
That was it. It was looking out, fixating on the wheels.
Speed shots.
Yep, that's what I used to do with my Camaro.
Oh,
speed shots.
Keep dreaming.
Yep, I'm telling you. Oh, my God, I miss that car. That was my, But now I have a souped-up BMW. Hey, you can't beat. A little hot there. All right, so listen, 7:05 in the AM. I got some catching up to do. We're going to jump into an awesome rendition of The Sound of Silence. This one here is by the band known as Disturbed. Bobby G Company, we'll be right back with some, just for laughs, I got an awesome one this week.
My old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never share. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god.
That is a super powerful cover of that song. I love that rendition of it. But 7:09 in the morning, and I did promise you guys a really funny segment for you just for laughs. If you're watching this on TV, you're really going to love it. If you're listening to it, the words are funny. I mean, but you really got to see it. And so the Just for Laughs today is, and Pete was like, you don't know who this guy is? I never heard of him. It's Louder with Crowder. Steven Crowder. And it is a parody of the Bengals song Walk Like an Egyptian. So it's got that tune to it, different words. And this one is called Walk Like a Joe Biden. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. I actually had something else scheduled for this segment. And I saw that and I watched it. And I was dying laughing. I said, no, I had to replace it. So next week, you're going to get the one that was supposed to be this week's. So here goes you Just for Laughs. Walk like a Joe Biden. Take it away.
The American president is doomed. A little old man can barely move. If he moves too quick, he'll topple just like a domino. He's got that sinister smile and thinks he just might win the bet. But he's just hanging on, dangling like Hunter cigarette. Hunter types with the hookah pipe say, walk like a Joe Biden. And when he boards Air Force One, he spins around and he hits the floor. He's got the moves. He hits the deck, then he hits some more. All the Dems are so sick of Joe, they really would like to see him end. He his pants when he went to the Vatican. All the kids in the DNC say, slide your feet up the street, hump your back, stiffen your arms, don't pull them back. Life's hard, you know, when entering in the Cadillac. If you wanna know where it stops, it ends in dementia and the cops. They sing and dance, when finding the confidential docs. Then they arrest all his men while Putin laughs in the Kremlin. And the Chinese know, he's owned by them and Ukrainians. All the cops in the DOJ say, walk like a Joe Biden. Walk like a Joe Biden.
All right.
Oh, my God.
No, that, Pete, what did you think?
That was
it's funny, yeah.
That was funny.
I think it's kind of sad that our president is like that, but
of course it is. But you know what? You can't blame a lot of people for it. So many dead people voted for him. I mean, you know, and I told Hope, I said, if I die before the election, do not let me vote Democrat. So, you know,
probably get in YouTube jail for that.
For what? That's all right. Hold on. So listen, we're going to jump 7:13 in the morning. So before YouTube kicks us off, I'm going to get ahead of the game. Let's jump into the Nason Connection. And when I reached out to Danny Nason today, he picked a song that I knew the artist, but I didn't know the song.
You've never heard this song? I love this song. This is one of the best. I think it's his best song, believe it or not. I mean, he's famous for something else.
Yes.
But I absolutely love this song.
All right, so we're going to play some Gary Wright. The name of the song is Love is Alive. And first, we're going to hear from Jeremy Goff, my nephew, and Nason Connection.
Why are there so many songs by Dan Nason? And who is this special guy? Someday you'll find it, the Nason connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and Dan. Da 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 dee da da dum, da 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 dum, dee da roo.
89.5 WSKB.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, Bobby G and Company coming back at you, 7:19 in the AM. So one of the students here at the Tech Academy, Sophia, a good friend of the show and us personally, just popped in to say hi. And she's on the swim team here for the school. And
well, for the high school, because they don't have enough kids for a swim team.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
for the
a
high
co-op
school.
team.
Co-op, okay. And so we were talking. I was telling you, so, obviously if you're on a swim team, your cardiovascular conditioning is way up there, and as is your lung capacity. So you're used to controlling your breathing. So I was asking her, I says, how far can you go underwater with one, without coming up on one breath? And she was telling me, and I was like, geez, I remember back in my day before I had the body of Buddha, I used to work for Holyoke Underwater Supply, and I was used as an assistant instructor for scuba lessons by John, the owner. And one of the things that I always did, we had a 60 by 30 pool in South Hadley with a 12-foot deep end, and that's where they did the summer lessons. And so, being an assistant instructor, I'd be there hanging out, working with students, whatever. But I always tried to push myself because I could hold my breath for a real long time. And I was curious on a couple of occasions to see how far I could actually swim underwater. Now, knowing that the pool was 60 feet, I was curious. And I was able to actually go 3.5 lengths before I had to come up and breathe.
75 meters.
So, yeah, however that works out. It's 60 feet each direction, so it's 180 feet. That's over 200 feet that I was actually able to go before I had to come up. And John, my boss, always thought that was amazing how much of a fish I was when I was in that pool doing lessons with students. And it was a great job. I love that. You get paid to get into shape. And, man, I was in shape. We used to, one of my best friends, Dave, he used to help out in classes too. And he was my partner whenever we would go diving. And I remember when we would work in the pool with students, John would be working with the students, explaining equipment or whatever on the deck. And we would have 20 minutes, half hour to ourselves where we had nothing to do. So we would always strap on a weight belt. Or no, I would. Dave wouldn't. And we would start swimming laps in the pool. And I'm swimming with a weight belt on. And Dave's matching me lap for lap. And it's like, we get out of the water, and John just looks at me, shaking his head. He goes, "You are nuts." He goes, "Nobody does laps with a weight belt on." Well, and I'm like, well, I got to test myself. I said, I'm strengthening up and, Sure. And so he was telling me, he goes, I really want you to take the instructor's course. He said, you would pass the physical part of it standing on your head, no problem. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to. I said, I go to the ocean with you every other weekend with students because I want to. I take that course, now I have to. Becomes an obligation and a responsibility, and I'm going to resent flipping that switch.
You want to do it, you want to go and do it because you want to, not because you have to.
Exactly.
That makes a big difference with anything.
I never did. And but I loved doing it. I loved being at the ocean. I went to Rockport every other weekend with students. And on my off weekends, where did I go? I went to Rockport with Dave, and we went lobstering. So I was in Rockport literally every weekend.
Oh, what a beautiful place
Oh, my
to be.
God. I'd move there in a heartbeat. Give me that lottery number, and I'm there.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's get the final weather report at 7:23, and let's see what Sky One has to show us. All right, joining us once again this week from the Bobby G and Company show, Sky One Weather Chopper, my wife and our chief meteorologist, Hope Goff. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Hope.
Awesome job last Sunday with your breakfast with Santa at the tank, Lynn. All of the kids had an incredible time. Well, today we'll see cloudy skies all day with a high of 39. Tonight will become partly cloudy with a low of 23.
Cloudy skies aren't bad as long as there's no precipitation coming with it.
I couldn't agree more. Our sunrise was at 7:05 this morning, and our sunset will be at 4:18 this evening.
I'm sure that there are more Santa events happening around the area this weekend. Will the weather cooperate?
Friday will have intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high of 43. Friday evening will start off as partly cloudy with additional clouds coming in overnight and a low of 28. Saturday will again have cloudy skies with a high of 49. Saturday evening will stay mainly cloudy with a low of 38. Sunday, here comes the rain, with rain showers in the morning becoming a more steady rain in the afternoon, but with a high of 58 degrees. Sunday evening will stay rainy with the potential for heavy rainfall as 1 to 2 inches are expected in our area and a low of 42.
All right, so the rain will wait until Sunday before cutting loose. Hey, it could be a lot worse. It could be snow, so I'm not going to complain. Well, I know that you need to get ready for your day after you bring Sky One back to her secret base, so have a nice day, and I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Have an awesome show, guys. This is the Chief Meteorologist for the Bobby G & Company show, Hope Goff, signing off until next time, reminding you as always to try to take a moment to enjoy the weather. I'd also like to wish our daughter Jody a very happy birthday today. Have a safe weekend.
All right, currently 24 degrees still out there. You wouldn't know it, but the sun has risen. It's just very overcast.
I see it out there.
Yeah, you kind of squint there. You might be able to see it a little bit. But there you go. So have a great day today. And weather-wise, Sky One will be heading back to her secret base. So this past weekend, I actually had quite a few projects going on. And as most of you probably already know, I represent Agawam Media for out and about things, events, and stuff like that going on in the town. And my producer in Agawam is Mr. Les Tingley. And Les has had this mindset. He had this show as like a brain worm since before COVID. And then when COVID hit, it kind of had to do it on the back burner. But it's back to the forefront. And Les actually sent me a 16-second video montage with some music with it that he thought he would use for it. Now, the show is going to be aired on Agawam at Channel 15, and he's also going to allow use of it through Westfield and Southwick if they so desire. And it's going to be called Bobby G, Man About Town. And he picked a name for it. I cannot take responsibility or any of that for it. But what we're going to do is the show is going to be me going around town. Probably every other week we'll do an episode and covering events in town, covering businesses, maybe going out to lunch, giving an evaluation on a restaurant, what have you. I mean, it's going to be all kinds of stuff like that. So Les had it in his head that, we're going to start this. We're going to come out of the gate strong in January, and we'll pick some events, and we're going to go with it. And, I'm home, and I'm watching this video montage that he did. Listen, only 16 seconds. And it got me fired up, and it got me thinking. I'm like, the whole premise of this show is to show how Agawam is a city that still acts like a town. And we're going to completely morph that into like a community relations between Agawam and Southwick, too, if they decide to carry it. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, one of the things that makes Agawam feel like a town are the Santa events that we have. And there's two of them that immediately came to mind. And so what I did was I got in touch with Les, and I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? Why don't you, if you can give me a photog, let's cover these two events. And that could be the first episode. And you could air it in December. Les loved the idea. So the two events were my good friend Kate Gord from Cooper's Gifts, which is right in Agawam. She every year has Santa, and that was this past Saturday. So Santa was there in the sleigh, and he was doing his thing, and you could go into the gift shop, and you could shop and all this good stuff. And so I had my good friend Casey, who was my photog. He came out. And we filmed a ton of footage. I did a real comprehensive interview with Kate, and we went nuts with it. So that was day one. So we got that video in the can, and then we decided day two, Breakfast with Santa, right at the tank. And both of these are annual events. Now, while you can't go to them now because it's over, you're going to want to keep these in mind for next year. So the Breakfast with Santa, as I said, is at the tank. It's at the American Legion, Post 185. And it's their third year doing this. And myself and my family have been involved in every year of this this awesome event. And I bring the kids and the grandkids, and they all get an incredible gift from Santa and the whole 9 yards. It's a great, great experience. So we did that, and I had Casey come back out. We filmed again, and we had an awesome time. But I realized after Casey had left, the one thing that I didn't get that I wanted, I had to have, was an interview with the manager from the American Legion. And if you don't know, that person is my co-host, Mrs. Luna Bryant. So we made arrangements. We got together yesterday morning, and we went back into the tank. Casey met us there, and we filmed in front of the Christmas tree in the bar. And we got we did it twice. We actually had two different interviews, and I brought my little pup Bella.
Oh God, it was so cute to see her.
She's such a good girl, and she's up there in age. She has separation anxiety when I leave, so I'm like, you know what? I'm only going to the tank, so I brought her, and she's got a 15-foot training leash, but she's not training. She's training me. And so when we got into the actual building and we had the doors shut, we took her off the leash and let her free run all over the tank. And she would run into the one room, then she'd come back, make sure we were still there. Then she'd run in a different direction, come back, make sure we were still there. And she did that the entire time that we were there. It was about an hour. And she didn't stop once.
Nope.
Which was really cool. But one of the things that I really, really wanted, again, that we didn't get, that we got yesterday, I wanted that shot of the veterans, the table.
The POW.
What do you call that?
It's a POW table.
POW?
It's to represent service members who never made it back. They were prisoners of war, or they died over there and were never found. It represents those people who who didn't make it back.
See, I thought it represented any veteran that passed away. That was how I always thought. Oh, okay, all right.
It's a POW thing.
Okay. Oh, all right. And the other thing, so Casey was able to get a nice shot of the table, and at your suggestion, he actually got a nice shot of your tank, the logo that you have on the bar wall. So since he does all of his own editing, I haven't seen the end result yet. So that'll be taking him a couple of days. And unfortunately, I don't know when Les is going to actually air this for the first time. So hopefully I get enough notice where I can advertise it here on the air. But I was really, and Casey was really happy with the footage that we got. But you know, one of the things, I don't know if the audio rather, is going to work with it, because we were having, at this point in time, I didn't know it, but we were having some technical issues. At one point, the audience was singing Christmas carols with Santa.
That was fun.
And I was actually walking around with the handheld mic, recording people singing Christmas carols. Now, honestly, in my mind, I thought as soon as I put a mic in front of people that they were going to shut up and not say nothing.
Nope.
All they did was sing louder. And I went around the room, and everybody was singing. It was great. We had a good time. I got some really cool interviews out of people out of that. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the end result.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a really, really nice morning. And
yeah, we had a great time.
It was only supposed to be 2 hours, and it ran over 3 hours. That nobody wanted to leave.
Yeah, you're having a. Well, you know what it was? It was the bacon.
It was the bacon.
It was the bacon.
Why? Because you cooked some of
Yes.
it? Give me a break.
You know, Pete, I made the mistake of being there, having nothing to do, and getting caught with nothing to do.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And they were so overwhelmed in the kitchen. And Casey and I had already filmed all the preliminary stuff that we needed at that point in time. So I went over. What was it? Ed? Was it Ed? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Ed was in there. He's one of the veterans that volunteers there. And I went in and I says, "Hey, can I help? What do you need?" And because he was running around back and forth like a chicken with his head cut off. And he's like, "I really need help with the bacon." I said, "I got it." I said, "I'll help you." And I jokingly, I says to him, I says, "How's this work? One on the plate, one for me?" And he started laughing. He goes, no, you got to put them all on the plates. Ah, darn it. So I did. Yeah, I was in there for, a solid 45 minutes, just helping out in the kitchen, doing bacon and whatever else needed to be done. So it was nice, and it felt good for me, even though I'm not a veteran, I'm not a member there currently, but I do have to sign up, to be able to give back, to help out. And I thought it was really cool, though, that Ed, welcomed me into that circle. And Jackie was there, one of your bartenders. She was doing the eggs. And your granddaughter, Sophia, was there. And Brooke, who I've been friends with for many years.
Oh, I love her. She's awesome.
So, yeah. And you know what's funny is that Hope and Brooke actually hit it off that night. That day.
Really? Okay.
So we came home and, Hope was talking. She's like, oh, my God, Brooke is awesome.
She really,
and I'm like,
really is.
She's a nice lady. I mean, she's genuine. She's very real. And so.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. I got to know her this past year through a group that we both belong to.
Yep.
And then one day she sent me a text and she said, I'm looking for a real part-time job. Do you know of anything? Well, at the time I had just let a bartender go.
Yeah.
And I asked her if she'd ever bartended, and she said, well, not really, but I'm a quick learner.
Yeah.
So we brought her in. It only took 2 nights to train her, and I'll tell you, she is so good, so personable.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
On time, gets her job done, and besides all that, she's just a wonderful person. She'd give you the shirt off of her back. When we started planning our Christmas party for the kids, she was the very first one to say, I've got this, I'll do that, and she brought me decorations and presents for the kids, and she just couldn't help enough.
Yeah, she was all over that party.
Yep.
She was doing everything.
Wonderful.
But great lady. Great lady. Shout out to Brooke.
Yep.
And so that was our weekend. So now I'm in the waiting mode for Casey. And then he told me that Buster McMahon was his son-in-law. I was like, oh, my God, what a small world.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing the end result. So with that in mind, it is 7:36, and why don't we do the Imperial March?
All right, let me try something here.
Okay. Is that the Christmas version?
No.
Oh, okay, because that's my...
It's the Metallica version.
I don't like it.
All right.
Nah.
You don't like Metallica?
I do, but I don't like that.
All right.
It just drowns out.
There we go.
There we go.
I wanted to try it.
Yeah, that's okay. New things.
Just
you don't try it, you don't know.
It drowned it out, the breathing and the whole, yeah.
That's because Bobby wants to do the breathing.
Oh boy.
Pete, I am not Metallica.
He's like an obscene phone call.
Lynn, what are you wearing right now?
Stop it.
Wow, come on, y'all.
Clean up your act.
Clean it up.
Clean up aisle 2.
Clean up aisle 2.
Yep. And 3 and 4.
And 4. It was a long drive.
Yeah,
so, Pete, what'd you go with this week?
I went with a new and up-and-coming group that I discovered online.
Kind of country.
They are kind of country.
Oh, no.
But they are awesome. The harmonies are just outstanding.
They're gorgeous.
Awesome about
They are gorgeous. They're 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And they're just I don't know, they're really good. I mean, they're really, really good.
I will had a policy, no country music.
I will
You'll like this song.
I will give you that I listened to it and I was at first, my God, Pete, you're playing country. And then I was like, I got sucked in. I'll admit it.
Yeah, he saw what they look like.
But
no, I mean the harmonies are
the voices, they're really good. But their faces didn't exactly hurt either. But I will tell you,
it's a pair of twins and their older sister, and they're all in college, and they weren't going to pursue a career in music, but they've been singing together since they were very, very young.
Yeah.
And then they hit YouTube with a couple of videos, and they exploded. And they got signed recently, and they were just at the CMA Awards.
Cool. Well, yeah, okay. I won't hold that against them. But so because you played this, if you notice, and I'm getting ahead of myself, the final song of the show I went with that because it fit with your choice.
Okay.
So who did you go with? What's the name of the band?
I went with the Costellos and a song called Hurricane.
Now, was Costello, is that their last name?
Yes.
All right.
Is their Father Abbott?
Hey, at that!
No.
All right.
I had
so,
to ask.
Costello's with Hurricane, and it is pseudo country, so I do apologize. We're going to have a few less brain cells at the end of this song, but it isn't bad. I will give credit.
It's a good song.
It's not bad. So, Costello's Hurricane, Pete's pick of the week, Bobby G and Company.
Of the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. The bridge is getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. But the old man down in the quarter slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on a Apache train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane, it comes around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard and she's cold and she's mean, but nobody taught her. It takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Gonna set that levee right. He said it needs to be at least 3 feet higher or we won't make it through the night. But the old man down in the quarter said, don't you listen to that boy. The water be down by the morning and he'll be back to Illinois. And I was born in the rain on a Apache train underneath the Louisiana moon. The strain of a hurricane, it comes around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard and she's cold and she's mean, but nobody taught her. It takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. South wind moan, the bridge is getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. But the old man down in the quarter slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on a Apache train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane, it comes around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard and she's cold and she's mean, but nobody taught her. It takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. But I was born in the rain on a Apache train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane, a lot of water to wash away New Orleans.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, there we go.
Sorry, that was as country gets.
Nah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. All right.
They're,
but anyway,
they have
Costello's
great
with Hurricane.
voices.
I think you're going to see a lot of them because they do have very nice voices.
Yeah, they do.
I'd like to see what they could do with more of a pop cover angle rather than doing their own stuff. Because, I mean, when you're doing your own stuff, you have nothing to compare them to. So I'd be curious to see how their talent stands up to an established song. And I don't mean no Taylor Swift crap.
No, like a Carrie Underwood, somewhere around
Oh,
there.
you just ran afoul of Sophia.
What?
Huh?
Sophia's a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Well.
Oh, and she's right there. You're in trouble.
No. Taylor, I'm sorry. Taylor Swift sucks. I'm going to put that out there.
Oh, why? Because she's dating
I don't
Travis
care who
Kelce?
she's dating. Oh, my God.
Oh, a lot of people
girl
do.
is like, she's the female version of Justin Bieber. Couldn't stand him either.
I don't
my
God.
God.
Like him either.
Woo. Oh, I'm getting it from Sophia. She's like,
she's gonna give you the look of death.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong, Pete. Tell me I'm wrong.
She's mad.
She is the version. She's the female version of Justin Bieber.
No.
There. The other girl in there is laughing. She's shaking her head in total agreement. Sophia says, that's it. I'm done with media arts. The hell with this. I'm going home. All right. So that's it. She's going to be all fired up all day today.
She's not going to like you no more.
That's all right. So listen, let's get back to something that's a little more within the standards of this show. I got Hope's Catch of the Week coming at you right now. Kind of wash that bad taste out of your mouth.
No kidding.
Stop it, you two.
All right. Now we're coming to the point in the show that we refer to as Hope's Catch of the Week. This is where my wife Hope jumps in, takes the controls, and picks a song for us to play. So, hon, what'd you go with this week?
I chose CCR, Proud Mary.
Okay, any particular reason?
Actually, yes. I've been thinking a lot about my big brother lately. And when I was a kid, he used to bring me home records. And he was a huge fan of CCR, so I am too.
All right, well, that's a great reason, actually. All right, so we're going to play some CCR for you. And any other parting thoughts with that?
Nope, that's it.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here comes Creedence Clearwater Revival, Proud Mary. Bobby G and Company right here at WSKB 89.5. Or maybe, just maybe, you're watching us at home on your local Channel 15s via WCPC. Either way, can't go wrong. Peter, my friend, push that little red button. Let's hear some CCR.
Keep on playing it.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio, 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, back now from CCR. We had some Proud Mary going on there. Got a lot of antics happening here in the studio, but we are wrapping up a show. So that means my next segment would have to be...
Oh, goody.
All right, this is Amy's father's terrible dad jokes of the week. And I've got a couple of the Tech Academy students in the next room, and they're listening. And let's see if we get a thumbs up on these or a thumbs down. Sophia's mad.
You're going to get all thumbs down from Sophia.
Sophia's mad at me, so no matter what I say.
She's ready to hurt
But
you.
we'll be talking about that, too, in just a moment. All right, Lynn, do you know, how do you make holy water? Do you know that?
Poke holes in it?
No, you boil the hell out of it. She liked it. Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Sophia,
That was good.
okay. So I got one thumbs up on that, so I'm batting 1,000. All right. Why should you never criticize someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes? Any idea? All right. Because that way, when you criticize them, you'll be a mile away, and you'll also have their shoes. Okay, she liked that one, too.
That's another thumbs up.
I got 2 thumbs up. All right.
He's 50%.
All right. Now, this one you may have to think about for just a half
Oh,
second.
I hate it when I have to think about it.
I know. Don't we know it? It's a blonde thing. All right. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? A tire. Get it? A tire works as clothing.
A tire,
And
okay.
a tire as in
I mean,
unicycle, bicycle. Oh, you were laughing. I still got thumbs down on that one. All right. Now, this one's kind of cute. But all right, take it for what it is. What do you call a magic dog? It's called a labracadabrador. Maybe. I don't know. That one a jury's still out on. All right, but that's your dad jokes of the week, brought to you by my daughter Amy. You can blame her for the segment.
I do.
And you saw her Sunday, and you told her.
I told her
no more dad jokes, but she laughed at you.
She did. She laughed at me.
She laughed, and then she told me one.
Yep.
Yeah, and she told me one that was inappropriate that, Pete, I have to share with you later.
Oh, it's funny.
Because it's funny as hell.
It's funny.
But it's not definitely airable. So, we were just talking about Taylor Swift and how she totally sucks. And, she's just terrible. But, she is like Justin Bieber, and that's why I don't. That's why I don't.
No, she's not.
But did you notice, Lynn and Sophia? Maybe you could chime in on this. I have never seen Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber in the same room at the same time.
They probably
I'm
like
thinking that they are the same person.
Oh my god!
That Justin puts on a wig and just goes out there and. He's like one of those they and thems. And, I don't know. You tell me. I'm thinking, because neither one of them are any damn good.
Look at her face.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, you are so
You're in
deep
trouble.
Taylor Swift, otherwise known as...
She was going to come on, come on the show, but not anymore.
Oh,
I
that's,
think you're done.
She's a Swiftie. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, look at that face.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Now
and
he knows why I told him he was
And
fat on
Pete, what was
Sunday.
funny was that I didn't realize this, but apparently Sophia is Italian because she was giving me Italian hand gestures just a few minutes ago. Most people would have flipped me the bird, but no. She gave me the whole hand.
She gave you the whole arm.
Oh, and I'm getting that glaring look. You wait till you get off the air, buddy. You and I are going to go.
It's on.
So now you know why you're getting coal for Christmas.
I'm just saying.
I told you on Sunday you've been bad.
You did. I asked you with Santa. I said, did you get me a gift? She said, Lynn, right away. No, you weren't good this year. You were bad. So I was thinking
Ring the bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
She was going to give me Taylor Swift tickets, but I didn't like the bowl of soup that was going to come with it. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I like the Buffalo. What was it? The Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm going to a game. Woohoo!
Yeah, you're going to see the Pats
I'm going
playing.
to see the Pats.
Yeah, and with the Pats, the way they're playing.
Destroyed by Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, with the way that Pats are playing this year.
I can't believe they lost again. I was so disgusted with that game.
It's not again. It's still.
That was awful.
All right.
Awful, awful.
So listen, we are at the end of yet another Taylor Swift free show, and
wow, you're just
I'm having fun with this. And every time Sophia's in studio, I'm going to be cracking on Taylor Swift. So
where do you know, some people out of the studio? You're
some people
dead.
can take it, and some people can't. You got to watch know your audience, man.
You're telling me that I know she's plotting against.
She's going to hurt you when you go through that door.
Waiting. But her friend is laughing. She thinks it's really funny. So I'm having fun with this. Now she's talking smack. Oh, I'm in trouble. All right. So listen, you've been tuned into Bobby G and Company, and this may be my final show, depending on what Sophia does when I get off the air.
That's all right. I'll be back.
Yeah. Hey, I can say that we had a great run. But I want to see you back again next week, even if I'm not here. I'll do a show from the afterlife.
He'll be in the hospital.
You'll be talking to me through a voice recorder. But thanks for tuning in. Have a safe weekend. Have a safe week. And again, Sunday is supposed to rain, cats and dogs, heavy overnight, 1 to 2 inches expected. So kind of take it easy. Hopefully you got some Santa stuff going on, put you into the Christmas spirit. And with that, folks, I'm going to leave you one last song, which kind of goes, it's like pseudo country pop, but it's a really good song, and I love the words to it. So I'm going to leave you with a song by a band known as Dakota Moon, and the name of the song is Looking for a Place to Land. Bobby G and Company. Stay tuned. We got Tiger Talk is on deck, and then Superintendent Spotlight following after that. Guys, you're going to see awesome shows. Stick around. It's well worth it. Bobby G and Company coming to an end. Dakota Moon. We'll see you next week. God bless.
There was a man in his car trying to talk to me. Drove up on a red 1963, shouting numbers in neighborhood streets. I said, I would know. And then I said to myself, what's he looking for? An illegitimate son with an open door, or else a calling from God he could not ignore. I'm guessing my own way, just like him I'm wondering to run away. But all right, we are done, looking for a place to land, looking for a friend to call, looking for a destination, conversation, fascination to protect us from the fall. Looking for
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of